Good evening. Right, I'm back, fed, watered, and ready to stream. So we're going to start off with the Arosa Line tutorial. I'm just going to work my way through that for a little while, see how we get on. And then we'll just jump around to different routes and things like that. So let's start and see what this is going to give us.
For the GE442 locomotive in RHB red livery. During this introduction we will go through the following procedures: starting and stopping the locomotive, coupling, loading and unloading. Climb aboard to get started.
Right, okay, climb aboard to get started. Right, so some interesting signals on this route. Not entirely sure what they all mean at the moment, so we'll be figuring it out as we go along. So is that a... oh, it's bi-directional platform. Wow, low res textures there. Interesting. So let's just have a little look at this GE4/4 from the outside. It's nicely modelled. Alright, Pint, good evening. So it's nicely, well, appears to be nicely modelled on the outside. I have no idea what this loco looks like in real life. But again, pipes are not correctly stowed. Damn, it's not that hard. Right, anyway.
A lot of your time will be spent in the driver's seat.
Oh, we've already got an audio glitch. I'm getting on my end, I don't know if it's on your end, guys. Right, okay, let's sit in the driver's
Switch
seat.
the master key to on to enable this cab. The reverser controls the direction of travel when powered. Headlights are important in letting others around you know that this locomotive is operational.
Right, there we go.
The control wheel is split into two zones: Bremsen and Fahren.
Does any of this actually work? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Alright, set the control wheel to -20.
The train vacuum brake should be used to bring the locomotive to a stop. The locomotive air brake only applies the brake on the locomotive. The Bremsen zone controls the locomotive's dynamic brake.
Interesting that we have a steering wheel.
Controls the power supplied to the traction motors and, depending on the weight of the train, also acts as a speed selector.
Right, away we go. Don't really want to go in notch 1. Having flashbacks of going off down here at about 40 and then failing to stop. So let's just have a quick look while we're going. Dead man. So we have a dead man switch. Yeah, because I spadded this signal when I did it last time.
Now open the dispatch menu and contact the signaller to gain access to the occupied siding.
Right, so there we go, that signal there has come off, pretty similar to a ground position light in the UK. Right, well, it's vacuum braking, that's what the problem is that it takes a little while to build up the pipe to actually bring the train to a stop. Because of the gradients, it's exacerbated. So I'd probably, if I'm light loco, I'd probably use this one, because the brakes are a lot more responsive. But there's quite a lot of like ZS, and I'm guessing that's like AWS. It's got a fantastic horn, this, so that's one thing I did play with. The only real sad thing is you actually have to get out to couple this one up, I noted. Thanks, Rogan. That woke me up. Alright, so here we go. Alright. There's the door out. There's the door to get out. There we go. Nice bit of coupling up, that. Thanks for the sub, Rogan, much appreciated. Right. Oh, wrong way. So this is the Arosa Line. Oh no, full service. Neutral. Headlights. Right, okay. Just better turn the dead man's cut off. It's all very interesting. Is that the handbrake? Yeah, yeah. Good evening, Willow. Nice door sounds, opening and closing. Oh, that's finally gone over that there. Little draw gear. What do these look like inside? I've never looked. I didn't look. Oh, leather seating. It's a very... Oh, it's a map on there. Ah, that's a good place for a map. Yeah, very nice. But it does look like a glorified bus. Those carriages. But then again, this is narrow gauge railway, so... Right. Sit in the driver's seat. Master key on. I didn't like the keyboard command. Lights to 1, headlights to 2, reverser to forward, release the brake, take off the loco brake, stop in the platform. God, why does it sound like we've got square wheels on our wagon? Oh, they've got a cycling carriage at the rear. Oh, but look. What's missing? Yep, that's the sort of the power wheel, for want of a... And it's got a proper whistle as well. Right, let's give it a bit of juice. Juice to get up the hill. So here we go, we're coming into platform 2 at sorry. Alright, so we have a yellow signal, 2 yellow signals and 2 white lights with a left arrow. A cookie to whoever can explain that. I'm guessing it means we're going left at some point. Wow, this is literally you're stopping in the street. Oh, it's Kur. Oh, right, okay.
Press the door release button for the appropriate platform side to...
Right, so we are technically on a tram. Bus simulator. Right, so we are... Just put that into the wick so we can't take power. Just have a little look around and see what other buttons we've got here. Fan speed strong. Oh. Oh, blimey. Gee whiz. Lock the doors. Got our train lights on, otherwise everybody's going to be sat in the dark. Jessico, thank you very much for the follow. Right. Away we go then. Quite a gradient we're going up here. I'm just going to put this back on because I've got no idea what we're doing, so yeah, we'll get that back on. To be fair, we'll have speed and signal on so that we at least have an idea of what we're doing. Alright. It's a bit disconcerting. There's cars going across the route. Right, let's give it some juice because we're holding up traffic otherwise. Well, it looks very nice, doesn't it? And we're here in the town at the minute of Kur. We're not even out on the mountains yet. I'd be worried if there was trains crossing through. There's a lot of dual track into single track, I've noticed. Like, what on earth does that mean? If that's flashing, stop? Like, what do these signals mean? They dovetail. You really do need to give an explanation as to what these are as part of the tutorial. How is anybody supposed to drive a train if they don't know what the signals mean? Or line side. Right, okay, we're coming up to the next station. Or the next road. This is what I mean, what I was saying earlier in the other stream, was that why release such a confusing... Like, I guess you want to give people something different. Like, what side should we open here? Right or left? I'm going to go with right. Because that's what side the ticket machine's on. No, should really get off and pick the snow globe up, but... Good wing mirror, that. We got like a tool that we can... Right, there we go, throw some sand down. Yeah, it's more like a tram than a train. I think you'd be right on that one, Rogan. Oh. On the left side of the control panel. Two gauges. Ah, there we go. Just there. Rear view mirror. But it's just like on the road, look. I only have them out for aesthetic. Oh, hang on. What's the speed limit? 25. Oh, let's open it up. There we go. 6 kilometres to the next stop, but we are climbing into the mountains, so... we're speeding. Now we've got a left-hand signal that's green. I don't get the signalling. It makes no sense. Right, there's our 30 speed limit. Right, okay. Oh, looks like we're on a bit of railway now. What was loud? Sorry, mate. I can make it even louder if you want in the cab. We can, where was the switch? Where was this? Get the fan on. Oh. Get the old whistly fan on. Oh, this is a climb, this is. One thing about the Swiss is you're not going to be in... No wonder their watches are good. Got enough time to make sure they work properly. This is how fast they can go around everything. Oh, excuse me. Right, into the tunnel, or into a very small... It's like one of those railways you see like in a Christmas scene, isn't it? When you go to the local garden centre or something and they have the train going around in a winter scene. Feel like a train out of Dumbo. I cannot come. I wonder what the different headlights do. Look, the red light's on there. Nothing on the back though. It's interesting. What's this one? Rear lights. To the next stop, 4 kilometres. So there's no rear lights on the loco. And there's none on the... Interesting. It's a lovely scenic view. Still got audio looping though, that's doing my head in. max speed? Well, 10. Not that it really does anything. That's definitely leisurely, shall we say. What a beautiful view. Oh. It's a good job we don't want to go anywhere in a hurry, isn't it? Has anybody got any fine chocolates at all? Did anybody pick any up when we were in town? I don't think this is going to be one I play regularly. Might be a chill stream. Oh yeah. The train is pulling up miraculously up a 6% incline. It's very hard to sort of give an opinion on something you don't really know, if that makes sense. Because I've never even seen, well, I've seen the YouTube live stream of the actual route. So there is a live cam that you can watch of this route. I think one of the drivers can you imagine breaking down and having to get rescued on this? Wouldn't be on my top 10 lists of having to be the rescue engine. Right, so 30 kilometres. Coming downhill. You have to constantly come in with the brake on. Coming down with the brakes in. Bet they get a bit warm. Oh, 2-track. Oh look, there's a head shunt. Right, back on a single, that's obviously a passing loop. As we now continue our climb up the mountain. Still pulling 60. I just hope the stations are flat. I really do hope the stations are on a level. Hello Ollie, good evening. The Armstrong Powerhouse. Is that the Forcep 411 pack? Or the VEP or whatever. The old Southern slam doors. But haven't they completely, isn't that something that they've completely designed from the ground up? Like their own models? Speeding. We can't help it, otherwise we grind to a halt. Oh, there we go. No worries, Ollie. We weren't going to be doing Anne anyway this evening, I don't think. Oh, we've still got a kilometre and a half to go. What do you mean I'm a bit quiet this evening? That better? Yeah, there's a national outage with Anne this evening. Train noisy. No one else has said anything. Mr. Grumble Pants. It would be noisy. Look at the incline percentage. Are the noise levels okay for everybody else? Can you hear me over the train okay? Oh sugar, we're coming up on the platform. Wibble wibble. Right, we've got... Ah, cool. Is it too loud, the train noise, or is everything okay? I'm just looking forward to shutting the loco down for a minute. Poor little thing's been screaming its way up this hill for 6 kilometres. Oh boy, I've just seen the platform. Seriously? Really? Oh man. Does the gradient get much steeper than this point? This is another snooze fest of a route though, to be fair. Oh look, there's another train waiting to go down the hill, but that's a roller coaster. On the mountain. Set the wheel control to off. Set the train to full service.
basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that explains the full functionality and features of this locomotive. Welcome to Switzerland. Take control of a true icon of Swiss motive power over the incredibly picturesque Arosa Line. Deliver passengers to the many stations of the mountainous railway out of Switzerland's oldest town, Chur. Wind your way through the streets or take in the breathtaking scenery of the Swiss Alps and its many peaks and valleys. With challenging grades to conquer, your passengers are waiting for a sightseeing tour to remember. Along the way, don't forget to place route maps, collect snow globes, trigger cameras, and collect ibex toys. Welcome to the Arosa Line.
Right. I don't know if I want to do another route on that this evening. What would you guys like to see? Do you want to